سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam Jallo. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God, Jehovah, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the Creator and Preserver of all throughout the whole face of the globe. We call upon you this day that you look kindly upon the creation that you have made, and that with your goodness and mercy that you refine the hearts and minds of all humankind throughout the whole world, so that your goodness will remain and be the author of the action and attitude of people to people, of nation to nation, of group to group, so that your love will embrace each and everybody, your dignity that you have put in each and every human person will be respected and upheld to the good and benefit of all who live. And so we ask that you continue to be with us in this nation, the Gambia, as we seek in order to bring about reconciliation, reparation, and that we know at the end of all the exercise, you, the just judge of all mankind, will give what is due to all. This we ask through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop Odiko. Council, are we ready with this morning's witness? If we are, please proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. We are ready to proceed with our witness today. Our witness today is going to be testifying in a private session and has therefore been provided with a witness protection sheet, which shall be used in this commission today. The identity of the witness for today shall be protected, and we're urging everyone to abide and respect the rules of a protected witness. Please, Mr. Usher, can the witness be positioned? Mr. Usher, may the witness be sworn in without mentioning her name for broadcast. Thank you.
I do swear that
Ben Kalila.
Yes.
the voice is not extra.
Go ahead.
I do swear that
Ben Kalila.
Ben Kalila.
I'll speak the truth,
Metonyale fola.
Metonyale fola.
the whole truth,
Onyabe.
Onyabe.
and nothing but the truth.
Nte fem fola men manke tonyati.
Nunte fem fola min manke tonyati.
So help me God.
Woto alama ala indema.
To alma ala indema. Thank you, Mr. Usher. Good morning, Madam Witness, and welcome to the TRC.
Sama sedo andung ibe bismillah samandan.
And thank you for your willingness to come and testify today.
Andung baraka ba kela songola purkana ila sede andiro dijang.
You have opted to speak in the Mandinka language before this commission.
Yeto bondro ke ko be diamula ni mande ka kangola ni commission nyati ngola.
Therefore, in this regard,
Woto dalilo kamma.
you will have to listen to my questions in English
Sila mo na nyinin karo la membe nyinin kala ni tuabu kangola.
and then wait for the interpretation in Mandinka
No sila mo nyinin kan na soro la membe kala ni mande ka kangola.
before you shall give your answer.
Janni bela jabiro dila.
We are urging you to give a few seconds between the questions and the interpretation.
la folo ni ni karo fanan detail ni ni karo ni mo janni be jabiro kele sila mo ni kan na sorla la folo fasi kan na soro ke fo janni be jabiro dila.
And your answer before the commission.
Ni wala mo janni be jabiro ni dila ni commission nyati limola.
Therefore we don't overlap in speaking.
Isaje ni kamala ko dia mol ni ikana sele nyokan.
For today we shall go through the
Comme biti si odombe be fanal mem mala wala nyinti ko.
We shall talk about your background, your age and your name.
The follow la men wala mu itala mu jumati ila sanji jalu aning ibe sabatri ndame,
which you shall confirm as stated in the protected sheet before you.
Andu wo itala fa do to nyandira kayto la men yalon ko be bul kayt la me yalon ko ka fa protected witness wala kayto me yalon ko be marwala kono.
We shall also go through your educational background,
which
you shall confirm as stated in the said protected sheet before you.
And protected witness
we shall also talk about your work experience, and your work and support you've given to people living with HIV and AIDS. We shall talk about your diagnosis of having HIV, and when and how you contacted HIV. We shall go through the registration and admission process that you went through,
be
admitted to the President's Alternative Treatment Program. You will tell us about your medical health condition before you had joined the said alternative treatment program. You shall tell the Commission about the way the treatment was administered on you, you should tell us about the medical health conditions of you and other persons during the said treatment. You shall tell the Commission about the evasion of your privacy by your face being revealed on public TV. You shall inform the Commission the reasons why you were asked to leave the treatment. You shall also tell the Commission the impact the said treatment had on you and your family. At this point, I shall then hand you over to the Chair and the Commissioners for any questions they might have for you. Then you shall be given the opportunity to give any closing remark you may have. And also any recommendations. Madam Witness, if you are ready and comfortable at this point, we may proceed.
I'm ready.
Thank you, Madam Witness. Please, can you confirm to this Commission that your name?
Si atonya and the commission ito abesaferi ni dahani meto for Bandala.
Your date of birth and your address are correct as stated on the protective sheet before you.
Wakullo kaito membe buluje wonya ito besaferi nje nyaming ibota daming aning ila ko kibarol beje nyaming iba tonya yandila le iba fulale ha wala mtonyati membe kaito bala abe wonyale
ha wala mtonyati membe kaito bala abe wonyale
Yes, it's exactly as written on the document.
Can you confirm that your background is it's correct as stated in the protective sheet that you have?
Isinyim fanan tonya yandi. Ila kuo Kenya alhaketu ifang kibaro Kenya membe safaring kaito bala mko fana mutonya altikabe kaito bala nyaminga wole mbang
hankay abole nyam.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, Madam Witness. Can you please tell this commission when you were first diagnosed with HIV?
Pesa fono commission we wati jumalem wati foloti tembo men na ye kotobo inatana jako kunyukura ngobela.
Wonyale lapta afalale nga sa soto nyaming.
Ya Kenya nka wala wati jumalem ite anata long konyin kura ngobela wati jumalem woti.
Yeah, 2004 le nga kalamta.
I came to know that I am having the virus in 4.
I
had an accident.
Then
after the accident, I was admitted at the hospital in Banjul for 1 year, 9 months.
Yes. Can you tell this commission where you had this accident and how it occurred?
Esa fono commission we nying accident woni ya soto mintola no akeno ra nyaadi da foy idabula ni accident oto.
Mutolen takisilo kan.
A vehicle knocked me down on the road.
You may continue.
Saying taxi natansika in sambas sarakunda laptanoto.
A taxi picked me up from that scene of the accident and took me to the Serakunda main hospital. They placed me in an ambulance and took me to the Banjul hospital. Then my leg was treated and put in a cast. Before they put that cast on my leg, blood transmission about 4 liters. Well, after that, I spent 1 year, 9 months admitted in the hospital there. Because the cast put on my leg has to be removed time to time, and sometimes the one they put there, if they realize that it is not properly done or it's not in a good condition, they will remove it and put another cast on my leg. That took place about 3 times. With all that, my leg was unable to be straightened. Up to now, my bones are broken and splintered. If I walk for a short distance or for a little distance, my leg is swollen up to this date. In fact, presently, another wound appeared on my leg below, and it is now 4 months, and I've been dressing this wound, and still it cannot be healed. Then later on, I was discharged from the hospital. After going home, I stayed at home for some time, but again my leg started troubling me seriously. Then I went back to the hospital, Fonyi. I went back to the hospital in Fonyi.
Sorry, Madam Witness. If I may take you back a bit, in your statement, you had stated that at the time of the accident you were pregnant. Is that correct?
Yes, sorry about that. I missed to mention that. I was pregnant for 2 months at the time of the accident.
Can you tell this commission about what happened to that baby?
I delivered that baby at the hospital in Banjul when I was admitted there.
Rana ul manna hakilo manna bulan kono la de.
Well, during my admittance, it looks like about my pregnancy.
Hakilo bin simadam malakam.
They concentrated on my leg.
Manna pengota manna boarding manna.
Then they didn't inject me for the pregnancy. They didn't give me Fansida or any other medicine due to me for. Then one day I called the nurse and I told her, I hope you. She looked at me and said, well, you are right. Then she also went on to inform me that most likely tomorrow you will be discharged, but you will not go for a long distance. You have to stay around in the Combo here. You will be staying in the Greater Banjul area. And just after a month, in the second month, my stomach started paining. Then that was the time when I went to Bundung at the Jame Foundation Hospital. They checked me and told me that you will deliver your baby today. Then they informed me that they will put me on board an ambulance and the Banjul Hospital. I told them that I am not going to Banjul. I have never delivered in Banjul. Because I am narrating the problems they encountered during their deliveries at the Banjul Hospital. So I don't want to encounter that same problem in Banjul.
Thank you, Madam Witness. Up to this point, had you been diagnosed with HIV?
I didn't
get that from the Banjul Hospital. They didn't do that for me. I didn't get Banjul.
Thank you. Can you tell this commission at what point you were diagnosed with HIV?
HIV/AIDS.
After my delivery, I went back to my home. Then my leg started paining. It gave me a serious problem that I have to go to the hospital near my home. And I got counseling from the people at that hospital. Then they also informed me that we want to check you to see whether you have another sickness or not. And I said, okay, you can go ahead with the checkup. Then they tested me and discovered that I have the HIV virus. Not only myself, but even my baby also has the HIV virus. Because I had suckled the baby for almost 1 year at that point.
Thank you, Madam Witness. Earlier on in your testimony, you told us about transfusion after the accident.
As dang ko no yellow min bonta asiaba talawat ne liter nan din na the same spot pour yen singo doku.
Well, after the accident, I bled so much so that when I was taken to the hospital, they realized that I need blood. So this is why they decided to fix blood transfusion for me.
Can you tell this commission how you contacted HIV?
HIV/AIDS. Kabri kotobo ina ya soto nyadi ya fo eneba.
Ya fo nyina ko abennale.
Well, I was just informed that I have the virus.
Madam Witness, before the accident, were you ever diagnosed with HIV?
Yanni nying accident nying kering ngi ikang. Fo inare ko robo ban kaje ko nying kuran ke so abela la bang.
Ani janni mba accident so do namna kalamta ko abennal.
I never realized or I never knew that I have the virus before the accident.
Therefore, your diagnosis came after you had received the blood transfusion and had gone home and even breastfeeded your son for a year plus.
Amunta itela longo konyin jankar keso bela. Bin accident keta hanfo ye yelolo ye fo kola isaita su ijidita ye dingu susundi fo sanji killing utumolemu ina taitandi la konyin jankar keso bela.
Kabinya lo nyama kolat nangana ding chebal min yalon ko ibembulu ngi be samba ngi test.
Yes, that's how it happened. So this is why after I was diagnosed, I decided my other children, the ones I had before, I took them all to be tested so that I will know their situation or their condition. I also took my husband to be tested. But with the help of Allah, it was discovered that none of them had the virus. It was only myself and the newborn baby who had the virus. That's how things stood at that time.
Thank you, Madam Witness. So, can you tell this commission from the way the whole accident went and the blood transfusion and your consultation with the doctors, were you told how they presumed that you got HIV?
Isa for no commission we bring accident kerela ani yele bongo be narna kela fo inarna ikotobo e kaje ko nyin kuran keso bela fo inarna fo ne bang e yin kuran keso nyin anarna sababu
mama e bakede
ako bring accident keta yalo ko yele jamale bote bala wala na inata yelo ite yelo dundi jato kono wo wucce umume be kono wayri docteur le bije fo ilawo jubero kono ima foye wala imaje ko nyin kurango belale wo tembo
ani imawo jibe la fam ferande.
No, they didn't check it up and they didn't tell me anything about the virus at that time.
Nata mo nunko watambe no yalo minika yelo di comme minika donation oke ibuke yelo jibe o time ka jibe fo ni yelo min takantem fo ka di mol la fa sa so to faman sa so to.
Then I had information from people that in those days people who donate blood were not checked or to see if they had the virus or not. They just donate blood and they just take that for granted and give that blood to other people without testing the blood to see if it is infected or not. So that was the time, that was what was happening in those days. They don't check the blood, they don't test it, and this blood is given to others.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. I wish to have the witness positioned in a way that I can actually have contact with her. May we have 2 minutes just to do that? Okay, thank you very much. We may continue. Can you tell this commission what happened after you were diagnosed?
am foi sa fono commission we muna narana ke kota ke biri ye kotobo biri ye kotobo nyin kuran wala
Biri ko yan ko nyin jankar ke so belale.
Ha on continue ta ka borota yan kansul konse borota.
Well, after I was diagnosed, then during the counseling, they told me to be taking medicine. That's how I started taking this medicine.
Ya mar jama dinna.
They advised me a lot about what to do and what not to do.
Nata yamar fanan fonse di no bonni sunyola.
And they also advised me to stop suckling the baby.
Nata wod ndahaka di no susundi na be kontine daka.
That's how I stopped the suckling, and we went on using the same medicine myself and my baby.
Can you tell
nala kolya kama komisanto to kata loptano to akambatande bake otumo nsumbe gararu nyami.
In those days, I had a serious challenge because my leg was in such a bad condition that even moving around, I found it difficult. So going to the hospital on and off really gave me a challenge in those days.
Doctor minka mako nata fonyo ko yamara sain nyatara kombolem wolte fisiala pour moto soto kata loptano to bang.
Then the doctor advised me to come and stay around the Greater Banjul area because it will be easier for me to be going to the hospital at any time that I need to go to the hospital rather than staying in Fonyi.
Nata Fonyi sai matumi transfer brika mangal letero safe saunje ninjere be soniala.
Then the doctor informed me that he's going to write a letter for me, and so that I can be transferred to Brikama. Then I'll be going to the Brikama Health Center. This is how I transferred to Brikama. Then I started taking my medicines from the Brikama hospital.
Thank you, Madam Witness. Can you please tell this commission the type of medication that you were given to take to help control your HIV status?
Silang for isa fono nying commission e biri ye kotobo inana ikana na mumbore sifale dila puru ika ming isa je nying ise kurang keso nying isa marano iba ijaro.
In those days, I was given Septrin, multivitamin, and Bico. That's the same medicine that they gave me for my baby, but the ones that are for my baby are in liquid form.
Thank you. Correct to say that you're telling this commission at that stage your health was in a good condition. And because of that, you were only put on certain medications that anyone can take on a daily basis.
That's how it happened. And after taking these medicines for some time, they told me to go and perform another test again. Then they told me that, well, we are still in a healthy condition. I told them to tell me how good is my health condition, whether I am highly healthy or whatever. Then the doctor told me that your CD4 is at the level of 1,400.
1,750.
And my baby's level was 1,550. Then I went on taking the medicine. In those days, I was in a wheelchair. Then after that, I tried until later on I was able to move about without the wheelchair. Then I was given some walking sticks, crutches, which were 4 in number. Then I was coming and going with those 4 sticks until at a point I with all the 3 sticks. Now I have only 1 crutch which I used to walk with. After some time walking with that single crutch, later on I was able to move about without even a crutch. So I was able to move about myself without using a crutch. But still, if I walk for a long distance, my leg pains me seriously, and it's always an internal pain. This is why I decided to go back using the stick, the walking stick.
Thank you.
That's how my condition is right now.
Thank you, Madam Witness. You've told this commission that when you were first diagnosed and even second tested, your CD count was high and you were in a healthy state, even though you had pain in your hip.
Commission jam follow kabri kotobo inar neta stay fulani kotobo fulani fanang hanin kabila CD count ning abe selerene abe santo ba amanji
amanji ala de marota amanji because miyat nan safak amanji nga doctor la ya marolta.
Yes, my CD count was high and I was really healthy because the doctors doing whatever they told me to do.
Ya maro min fanyanka boro mi nga nyama.
And I used to take my medication the way I was instructed to do. I don't fail my appointments. I'm always punctual for my appointments.
And in your statement, you have even mentioned that you were so healthy that certain people were thinking you were not HIV positive.
Yaro laptano to inatan kan council je ka tandin nako kafol be kerenne.
Yes, that's quite true. And even in the hospital there, then they later informed me there are organizations existing.
Yen council na dungo kafol kono.
Then after I was given that information about these organizations, that's the time when I decided to join one of the organizations.
Kuma jamal fonni je fon kata council na dulal tarin sensation ola.
I was given a lot of information when I joined that organization. In fact, that's the time when we started going around to sensitize other people.
Madam Witness, can you tell the commission the name of the organization that you joined?
When I
joined the organization, I was made the president of the
Support Society.
Alatentu Support Society.
Thank you. Continue to tell us the work that you did with Alatentu Society.
After joining the organization, by that time they had no president. That's the time when they decided that they should have a president.
Because active.
They said they had selected someone initially to be the president of the organization, but that person turned out to be somebody who was passive. She was not active at all.
Because I self-stigma.
Because he had something like self-stigma. And I was told that they don't want the organization. They want somebody who will be able to stand and try to join people, who will sensitize people, who will be able to speak on behalf of the organization.
Madam Witness, can you tell us what you're referring to as self-stigmatization?
Self-stigmatization.
Well, that happens to be that this person doesn't like to be seen. She's always hiding. She doesn't want people to see her. That's why she doesn't want to come out publicly. So it looks like she was hiding herself.
Self-stigma kujamala firi nabe kafoko nakamira mofla sababu siribe kumofole kala kumolefo.
Then that means also that if 2-3 people are sitting away from her discussing, she always thinks that they are discussing about her.
Always nabala family kono.
Even with her family, she's always sitting alone. Even if she's coming to join the organization at meetings, she will come hiding herself. She wouldn't like people to see her publicly sometimes. That's why they informed me that, can you take the leadership of the organization? I said yes.
Thank you, Madam Witness. So tell us what you did, what sort of support you gave to other persons living with HIV when you took over the Alatentu society?
Silang afanya birita da foye nyaton ko ya palaso da in kafo do ka me Alatentu kafo. Ite munde mar sifala di mo kotangol la men yalon ko e fana nyin kuran keso e soto le ka me HIV AIDS.
Follow nya fanyo comme constitution kono sangi nan neveje.
I was initially given the information that in the constitution leadership position you have to be there for 4 years.
Sangi nano kono niya samba anyama.
Within those 4 years, if you are able to deliver properly,
Ibe sangi nano be da falal.
you will be there for the complete 4 years.
Nima samba anyama sanji fulo kono dorong ita nganta jilal doyata.
But if you are unable to deliver, then you will spend only 2 years as leader, and then you will leave the leadership position, somebody else will take over. But with the grace of Allah, I was able to deliver, so I led the organization for the 4 years mandated. As a president of the organization, that didn't prevent me from going around with them to counsel other people. Well, I also participated in the home-based counseling because there are others who were sick. There are people who decided to run away from them. They don't take care of them. So I will go with other members of the organization to render help to those types of people. We go to their homes, help them voluntarily, and provide them sometimes with their needs. Well, with the grace of Allah, some were able to survive, but some passed away. Sometimes if there are workshops or training, I will select people to go and attend if I cannot go. Well, that happened that we didn't have much problem because there were women, husbands allowed them to move, but there were other women too whose husbands passed away. Also, we got help if somebody is advised or counseled from at the hospital and comes back. If the person comes to the office, then we will continue to give counseling more than what she was told at the hospital. We in fact decided to select somebody who will be doing that counseling for the organization. Because it's done in such a way that if that person comes to the organization and meets us sitting down, chatting nicely, laughing and making jokes to one another, they will even forget their troubles, they will forget their problems and join us.
Thank you, Madam Witness. So you're telling this commission that your group was a supportive group for other people living with HIV, especially women?
Mun day lafta kafo mole nako ebe nyin kafo nyin memu ala tendu kafo te amu kafo le me alango akade marole di molla surtout molla me alango nyin kuran keso soro anwa be ol kono wala musolti amanke musol damate musol nin dinni mollam.
Not only women, we were there with children also.
Was dinni odol fam biyel mini alango e positive da.
Because there were children who were diagnosed with the virus. They were positive.
Because
during my counseling, if I am offered something, I collect those things and put them together so that I can render help to those children. I will bring them to the office, organize breakfast for them and lunch.
Musical care.
And also to make them happy, we will also provide music, which is musical care for them. From 2 years children to 15-year children. Those around 15 years, we used to take them to the hall. Well, then I later received some cassettes from the hospital, which were drama cassettes from Uganda.
Nga play okay ba male ikaw kaseto jibe.
Can you hold on a second, interpreter and witness? Commissioner Kinde wants to raise a point of order. Was a
yeah, I've observed in the interpretation when the lady said Ikenyoli Ebola. The interpreter said their husbands allowed them to go about. I did not understand it that way. I want us to clear that. Some were divorced because of the stigma or whatever. It's very important. We need to capture it if that is the case.
Kadama nyininka wolem asekentele filter iko menu kenyo yebula le purikata bang fodum ya amunte yela futu le bang
Do bige yalon ike kansol leptano kon na puriye ke ma samana ya fa ko nyine benna.
Well, there are women who were cancelled and told to bring their husbands to the hospital so that they can be tested.
Naka foto memba jama so ni yo ke kewe su ko no lasli aka fen ko ya bo dami telalo ya so dami so pa ke bonna bun kono.
Well, it happened that some men, if they are told to go for counseling, they will tell the woman that, well, you know where you got this sickness, so
jama bala futu bang sonta disclose wala.
This is how some were divorced from their marriages.
Dol bi yemin disclose ta chewol man sonkata boro ta loptano to.
Some were there also, after disclosing that they are positive, their husbands refused to go for treatment.
Sasa nyinka depend chewo kan na buka na maintain no kafa.
So those type of men later take any medication, so the disease became very serious with them and they had to die.
Thank you, Madam Witness.
Nimbara.
Thank you, Commissioner Kinte, for the correction of that interpretation. You have told this commission that your I'll Attend to Support group was an active group that actually supported. Whenever we talk about women, we talk about children as well, because we know women always carry their children along, and it supported children in this aspect. We would like to know, did your organization work with any other organization that also supported people living with HIV?
Mbelafila fanan kalom ila kafo fo anin kafu dolu kafta nyoma le kado ko ke banka makoyro di molula meni alon ko nyinjankaro bela.
What jansoro ni UNDP kado ko kele anin NAS?
Well, there was a time when we used to work with UNDP and NAS.
Anin Action Aid.
Plus Action Aid.
Ninga proposal safe nga sambe jama eka proof lang.
Whenever we need something, we will write a proposal and take it to them. And in many cases, they will approve the proposal.
Jama kalafi minna proka musol sembentu ya chubu wala anin safuna dokuol.
Sometimes we want to help women for tie and dye and batik making plus soap making. We did a lot of that, and sometimes, in fact, at our office, we used to do poultry farming there and gardening.
Thank you, Madam Witness. Is the I'll Attend to Society still functional?
Aninka bimbe tembo mendo ala tendu kafonying hanse abe tamakan ne ba
abe tamakan ne bara asembo jita bakal sai.
Yes, it's still in existence, but it has really the organization's affairs has deteriorated.
Thank you. Can you tell us why?
Phone sembo jita nyaminka phones jama global phone.
Before, we used to get a lot of funds, especially from Global Fund, but that also has gone down. That's why things have gone down.
Global Fund
and Global Fund themselves have gone down in a way. The leaders of the organization, we cannot leave things like that, so we continued going there from time to time.
And in dono so from what do ka 3 months meeting di mollalenka meeting ka sinyakeling in a quarterly.
Well, the donors also sometimes continue to help us. So this is why we organize meetings in a quarterly form. so that we can still remember each other, come together, and continue teaching each other.
Nimbe mitun kala fanang naloptano kata daminga social workers oleta mo killing aita kan karande sasanyin Kenya.
Whenever there is going to be a meeting, we will take one of the social workers to come there and continue to teach us about things existing.
Thank you, Madam Witness. So you're telling this commission that if lack of funding, the organization is still trying to survive by its members who are in it.
Unda ila kutoka commission ya ko wala mnyinti ko hani nyaonya kafo nying asembo do yara nyaonya bari nyaaton kol nyi watni wadi ka kafu nyokanne ka bajongi nyokanne pour que la ko dol tamande pour ici ta
ali yalo nkawoke mine kama mo labang ni medunkan nimang wo system fananke wol talo na munebe caring.
Well, we are doing that because those who are late to come and join the organization, if we don't continue organizing meetings and the teaching, well, those who came in lately will not know what's going on. And also those meetings, when we meet with the new members, that will also help them to understand, and it will also help them to forget about their problems.
Thank you very much, Madam Witness. At this point, can you tell us when was the first time you heard about the President's alternative treatment?
Sila nyintembe na wadi jumala kirela wadi follow de yamwe ko nundo president membe nunjang ay njara lo nying ayada mudale.
Yo looking nata somandambe office auto.
It was one day in the morning I came to the office.
Na do kunyo do nata konye ko he yamwe le membe kiring banka ko hani.
One of my colleagues told me, have you heard what's going on now? No. She informed me that she heard that the president is curing people, and in fact, the first organization which was formed in the country, a lot of their members have gone to join that treatment.
Madam Witness, can you tell the Commission the name of that first organization you're referring to?
That's the organization called Santayala.
Thank you. You may continue.
When she gave me this information, I asked her, are you really serious? She said yes. Then I said, if that is the situation, I pray to Allah so that that will be true, so that we also can all become healed again. She asked me, are you going? I said, yes, I'll be going there. I asked her too, aren't you going? She said she will also go. Then I told her that if you want to really show a better example of leadership, the leader has to lead. So I'll be going so that other members of the organization can follow me up. If I don't know what is going on there, I will not push people to go there without myself knowing what is existing there.
Madam Witness, can you tell the Commission what year this was?
Year 2007.
If I can remember properly, it was the year 2007.
Thank you. You may continue about how you registered.
After that information, we stayed for 2 days. On the third day, I told her, let's go. Then I asked her, where are people registered for those who want to join this treatment? She told me that people are registered at the Serakunda hospital.
Maybe
I said, okay, that will be good, because my trip will be in a double form or two-way. Because I have my leg like this, my bones are still broken. If I go there, because I heard that the president's father also is a bone healer. So if I go for the treatment of the president, I will also go to his father so that he can heal my leg. So when we went, we found other people there. They told us to stand in a queue.
Sorry, Madam Witness, can you confirm for the commission, where were you at this point? Where did you go to?
Silang for isa for no commission nyintembel na silang itara mindole.
Ako?
Itara mindole.
Sainte.
Wato wal tata dami.
Ndara Kanifing leptano di ko kataro ke wolt.
We went to the Kanifing hospital because they told us that that's where people's names are taken.
Nata doctorol taraje Dr. Njai ka fa fun Dr. Njai bang anado ko nyol.
We found one Dr. Njai there plus some of his colleagues.
Inata na pesarota anin na yela inna BP ta.
They took our weights and our BP.
I register wala nyama.
This is how we were registered.
Sorry, Madam Witness, before your registration, was there any blood sample taken from you to do an HIV test?
Yanni be it was all pour que register fo inarna kotoboro ke la bang wala bindi ka jeko ka jube fo nyum kuran keso même HIV/AIDS fa be la ba.
Ha ye yelol fananta jele.
Yes, they took our blood samples.
And can you tell this commission when your results came out after it was taken?
Pesa fo no sila mole wati jumala kabri nyin kotoboro ke wati jumala inarna result zone nyin findindina.
So nata fintil wati merinete.
The results took a long time before they were brought out.
Barjani results mina atara ngata kumas kata bangun bor mingol.
Even before the results were published, we started taking medicine in Banjul.
Can you tell the commission on what day you were registered? Was it the same day you went there?
Pesa fo no sila mole fana lunjumalam itara ye to register. Fo lunkilingo nyimmena itara lunkilingo ye to register ba wala to safe ba.
Well, our names were written down. We were registered on the very day that we went there.
Can you tell this commission what happened after your names were taken and you were registered?
Bri to safe fo ye register. Muna nata nake.
Every yento safe nata registration okay. Nata min taraje konyako ndolbe gannato.
Then after the registration took place, the people who we found there told us that, well, this is where we are.
Inatan tolo bondi en samba holdo to ye holdo larang be organized.
Then we were taken away from that room and we were taken to another hall where they organized some beds inside that hall.
Before they took you to the hall where the beds were you given any briefing about the video of the treatment?
Ni bide samba holo de ko larangol benum damendo fo inata kacandile ban ka fa itanda la ko kunyin bebe kunyin abe tamala tendin teneba
ye nata ko e kuran tara min jara ya je yelo ko no sa mbita bor min kala banjunne.
Yes, that was where we were informed that they have tested our blood and they have seen this virus in our blood samples. So we will have to go to Banjul and start taking medicine from there.
Sorry, Madam Witness, just to be clear for the commission, I want us to understand how your admission on that particular day, because from your testimony, you've indicated that you registered. And when you were registered, they took your blood sample, but your results did not come out on that day. Is that correct?
Sila left la purja yesene ya commission ma ya fu jamole ko itara yeto register sai ko itaro nyi kita nyame lafta ka wallo ka ko itara je kabitara je itara yeto safe ina ni la kotoboro ina de yelo ta kata taste ka jube sai
bara la result lu manna juna ameta la jannu wol yana
na result lu manna juna ko nyalam bare kabiri ye register.
Yes, our results were late to come, but immediately after registering us.
Okay, so what we want to understand is from the date you were registered, were you admitted at the hospital on that same day?
Sila lafta kamen long wala mi digo lumena yeto safe ho lum kin wala yemuta lopta no nyindo ke lande jeba.
Kabiri ye register lu minne man nambulade be hol bala ko no register damin.
Yes, the day we were registered, we were not left to go home. We remained in that big hall.
So what I was asking is that were you giving a briefing on that day as to how the treatment would be administered and what the procedures would be?
Silang commission lafta kamella wala mi de lungu menna ye to safe ye fle wala ni fo ye kacandila ban kay tandila ko programme ñi bebe larin tenin tan ibira ñi silo la ibira ni ñina bebe larin ten fo yo faale na ba
tabiri register ye laran dinna ye holo dinna ya be organize laran kiye.
After the registration, we were taken to that hall. They put beds inside that hall.
Osamo somanda boso nata.
The following day, a bus came there.
Nata fukumbita banjunne ngata na borol taje.
Then that was the time when they informed us that we were going to and start taking the medicine.
So, Madam Witness, sorry, 1 minute. You are telling this commission that up to the time you were given a bed and admitted, you were not given any briefing about the treatment or the procedure that is adopted for the treatment.
Munde sila ila takafo ni commission wa ko fo watu ben na itata yetu safe ye register fo la ran la pour que la e may kacandi kula wala ni jaralo ni ala silo ni bebe la ren nyame mo ke may fenta ndila man fam fali ko jaralo ni abidani ni silo la
silo min tandin na ko boro ni ndronga miralo to ko kan fi njele be boro min na geldo
Well,
bari man na o fonye samu na ta fo ko be boro min kala banjonne.
Well, all what we were thinking was that we will start our treatment from canifing there, but they didn't tell us anything. After all that, they took us to that hall and the beds were organized. That was the time when they later told us that we have to go to Bandul and start taking medicine from there.
Thank you. So I would also like to tell this commission, did they at any point ask for your full consent that you actually were submitting yourself to this said program?
Silang ilafta we ka long fo inate ne nyinin ka bang ifang wala son kang ila son do mo kang ngania sena kang ka fo ko sinyin de nyin ale kol men sata nyata son tale silam be duna nyin programme nyi jararo nyin programme nyin kono tan ali ala ndi nyamen son da be la fo inate ne kacandi wala bang ifang wala kontano kamba
yen kendi wala ntro fa ya nin jikol ta da ko min kon ninga boro ta do rombe kendi alal.
Yes, they told us something like that because we all had the hope that when we start the treatment, we will become healed, we will become well again.
But we never
thought that the time we spent there, it's going to be like that.
Thank you. So you've told us on your statement that upon registration, you were no longer allowed to go home. Is that correct?
nganginin karo kele kabi nganginin karo ke fo me bor min ka janne ko bor min ko be kala banjunne ay mota sel sañ fo nga boro min.
Yes, because after all that happened, we asked where are we going to continue taking the medicine. They said that will have to take place in Banjul, but none of us will go home.
So therefore, can you now tell this commission from the date you were registered that they confirmed your HIV status, how the treatment started and proceeded?
Silang faisa fo no commission biril ngo mel na ye koto bo inata na jeko nyim kuran keso nyim abelale fo sa nyim bore nyim ngo inata na commencer nyaadi le ka du nyim bore mi ngo ko nyim kono
abin tata banjuni yen sin yellondile ni lotal ko mi assembly mulumulake.
When we went to Banjul, we were assembled at a point where we all stood up.
Madam Witness, can you tell this commission where in Banjul you were taken to?
Yal samba Banjul bindole.
Banjul State House konotolam.
This was inside the State House in Banjul.
You may continue.
And then?
Sai inata yentaraje ininche ba mafanta nata yentaraje anala doku nyolu.
Keba majuma.
Ya jam.
Well, when we were admitted inside the State House...
Sorry, a point of order, please. I have noticed that the interpreter asks questions to the witness.
When he said Keba Ma, I didn't know what he meant, which Keba Ma.
So if I may just plead with the interpreters, just to interpret what the witness is saying, and if there are follow-up questions to it, I will actually ask those questions.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, thank you. He said that when they went inside the State House, that was the time when the elder himself came out with his workers.
Thank you, Madam Witness. Can you tell us the name of this elder you're referring to?
It was Yaya Jammeh who came out with his colleagues.
Do you remember any of his other colleagues that he came out with by name?
Nyingol kotengol ani menu naraje ada do nyolo ani menu naraje fo mo koten soranda ba hakilo si memu dano ba ato
na manke Dr. Mbote ani Dr. Fonjaile mbanga na do ku nyolu infantiolu Aning Dr. Marat Fanan Bijele, Fanan Kanajele.
Well, apart from Dr. Mbo and Dr. Njai, plus some others who were in uniform, these are the people who were with him. I don't know them, but I just listen. If I hear anybody's name called, that's how I will know that this person is Mr. So-and-so. And we were informed that we will start taking the medicine on that day. Then we were informed that if we start taking the medicine that day, before the end of 2 weeks, we will be healed and we will be allowed to go home. That was the very day we started taking this medicine.
My witness, can you tell this commission how you started taking the medications?
Before we started, we were called one by one to go inside the room. When we go into the room, each and every person is given a towel. They will give you a cup. After we were all given a towel and a cup, we started going in again one by one. If you reach inside in the inner room, you will have to take off your clothes and tie that towel. There were nurses present. Personally, I cannot climb by myself onto the bed. It is those nurses who help me to climb onto the bed. He himself will come and tell you to open up your 2 hands. Then he will read some incantations and read something into the palms of your hand. He will tell you to rub it on your face. When he's ready, there is something which is inside a cup in his hand. It looks like mentolatum. That's what he will take from the cup, plus the nurses, each one will take some and they will rub that on your body. After rubbing that thing on your body, he will again tell you to open your palms and he will pray and read something into your palms.
Sorry, Madam Witness.
And tell you to rub it on your face again.
If you're comfortable to tell this commission, can you tell us where on your bodies that they rubbed the said lotion in their hands?
They will rub it onto body because they'll tell you to take off all your clothes, even a string will not remain on your body. But he will not be doing that rubbing alone. He will do it with the other nurses who were also female with him there. If they are ready, they'll help you off the bed and you will tie the towel again. They will fill that cup with something and give it to you. You will drink that cup full of that medicine in front of them there. That's how I was doing with my baby also. Until one day, my child became very, very sick, seriously.
Sorry, Madam Witness, before we get to that point, can you tell this commission how you felt the first time you drank this medication?
Was given to us, we drank, but it didn't give us any serious problem. Truly speaking, on that first day, it didn't create any problems for us, but it had a very strong scent.
Can you also tell this commission what effect the lotion that was put on your body and your face had on you?
Sila nyimmente la to nye mo si inyada bala ni balo bala. Fo isa fo na na mun kole akulle sabu ibala.
Well, you know, as usual, mentolatum also creates something hot on your body. It was not only mentolatum only, because it was mixed up with something else.
Can you tell the commission the color of the said lotion that was rubbed on you?
Ala kuloro nyimbe nyadi le.
La kuloro ko mutela ko nim carton be lori nga balaje ala kola be nyami.
The color looks like the curtain just near you there. That's the color it has.
Can you remember what sort of color it was?
Hakilo sa mutano mun kuloro nyimu mun kuloro sifalti. Foi hakilo sa mutano kuloro nyimu.
Awasili male mbara kola nyimbe nete mun kurne mulunke demandi.
Well, the lotion looks something like Vaseline, but the color is brownish, a yellowish color, something like yellow.
Do you also remember the color of the concoction that you were given to drink?
Bori jio nyimbe mfana ya dila puri ya ming ala kuloro nyimfana foi hakilo sa mutano ala kuloro nyimu mun kuloro sifalti.
La kuloro katala ko mutabulo albes nyimbe siri mbalateng.
Well, the color looks like the table that where you are sitting.
Can you remember the color itself?
It looks like a chocolate color.
Thank you, Madam Witness. So continue to tell us what happened after the first day that this medication was administered on you and your son.
Silanga fonya beng lumplo nyimena itata yenyi mboro di tela anila indi manying. Afutende ya fonya muna natanage.
The child refused to take the medicine.
Ya idobi ya kenyo kopo kone konyi niftar bantu ya ne ya diala.
Then they took some and put it in a cup for me and told me, well, try and cajole the child when you go outside. Try as best as you can for the medicine. Then I tried by all means later to give the medicine to the child, but the child refused to take it at all. By all means, I had to throw it behind the building. Because this is an everyday, is a daily routine. Then there was another type of medicine which they brought called Trrc. And there was another type, they call it Jine. Those are the types of medicine which created problems for us there.
Can you tell the commission how it made you feel when you took the medication called Trrc?
Silang foi sa fono commission e birita da e foi nyimboro me ka fme Trrc anarna mum kole yalle sabuima
woni o min doron iba min na doron abadunne kono janni ba fala 1 hour kono ba o ke mutala o fono.
If you drink this Trrc, by the time it is 1 hour, you will start having a running stomach.
O fono.
Or you will start vomiting.
Can you tell this commission the color of the medication that was referred to Trrc?
Yin boro me ka fay Trrc ala kuloro nyim fo isa fono moli ala kuloro nyim mun kuloro
sifa ya jibe kam ta ko Trrc kam wa fu marché be kam ta non wala dal.
If you look at it, it looks exactly like the type of Trrc they sell in the market. You will think that it is even sour milk.
Thank you. So are you telling this commission the Trrc was also given to you on the first day this medication was administered on you?
Silang ilafta fala commission e lum folo men na yenyi boro di la pour yami woni Trrc boro nyim fana wolungo la yenyi boro di la pour yami ba
ani boro folo ngam ani.
No, they are different. The first medicine which was given to us is different from Trrc.
And memi lunkiling.
And we didn't drink them on the same day.
So please, can you tell the commission how long there was the distance, the time difference between when you first took the brown medication, the one that looks like chocolate, and the Trrc?
Silam fo isa fono mole biriye nyi boro men kamuta chakri ani men kamuta chocolate ila boro ila wato nyi benyo e nyaadi le men follow mi ngani na fula nyaw men min ila jamfo benyo e nyaadi le
ben nata ngam follow min setale wosa mo kabirin nata na brown one o min.
Well, when we drank the first one, we left and came back the following day. That's the day we drank this chocolate-looking one.
Nata nyi brown one o min na ani nyi jine one o nga o min ne fo wata jang.
Then we went on drinking this brownish concoction. Then later on, we started drinking the one called gine.
Sorry, Madam Witness. Can you tell us more about the medication that was being used and referred to as the one for the gine?
fo nyi boro nyi me ka fa gine fo esi kuma fono nya ala ko bang ika ho nyi me gine boro nyi
Ka fa mi yete jine ni o min e ka chela ko ni dolore min.
The one called gine, if you drink that one, it looks like you have taken some alcohol.
Ni amin nan bun kono fa ni be jila nan ni mo kel na ka ke mo flalde.
If you drink it in a house, when coming out, going down the stairs, if you look at a person, it will appear to you that the person is a double.
Ni amin ne be na kan drong ala ado kunyol sojar wolle ke mutanan fa fin na yesi siranka.
If you drink that one, in fact, it's the soldiers who will help you get hold of you up to a point where they'll put you down on a chair. They'll make you sit down. And if you cannot hold it inside, you will vomit everything out of your stomach. And if you vomit, they will go and bring more and tell you to drink it again.
Thank you, Madam Witness. Can you tell this commission why you were given this medicine for the gine?
isa fono sila mole muna ya sabu yenyi boro dila ika me gine
amara boro fana mbala boro le kono mi yalon ka akajara lokala.
Well, I think it's one of the medicines that he used to give to people to cure them.
Sorry, I did not hear that properly. Can you
She said it is, she thinks that it is one of the type of medicines that he uses to give to people for the cure.
So why do you think he gave it to you in particular?
Sina ite fa kunni mo muna ya sabu ite la mira loro muna ya sabu aya ite fa kunni mo pour yami nyinjine boro nyi
mbele yami man kan tedda mati.
It is not only me alone, it was given to all of us.
Thank you for that answer. In your statement, you have told us that you would be transported on a daily basis from the hospital in Canifing to State House. Is that correct?
Ila kuma kan odo membe safaro ya itendi je ko lungolung alala lungolung ikal bulandi motola la yal bondi Canifing na lopitan baro kala samba banjul State House.
Hade ka ko nyam.
Yes, that's how it was going on.
Can you tell us the procedure of what happened on the administering of the medication on patients once you got to State House on a daily basis?
Silang isa fono commission lungolu ni ale bondi yal bondi Canifing loptano yal samba bori mingo nyingi kalandi kala ko nyingi kalandi na le jan ni be boro di la mola lungolu alala lungolu nal fata State House.
Wadon ka si State House la janna be fintlana wadon ka taraje le kabirin ka tala wado talan sei wado talan woro ba wado jannin ka boro kuma talan fla suto wado talan saba suto. Sometimes
we go to State House around 7 or 8, but sometimes before he comes out, it will go up to 2 a.m. before he will come out to administer this medicine to us.
So you're telling this commission that you would be taken to State House 7 in the morning, and sometimes you would be there till 2 a.m. Next day.
Amunda ila faka fo commission e janko wato do e kalsam carbondi be sere kunda la plano to talan woro wula somanda aleta kasi State House fo talan fula sudo
wado fan ka konton jela fan.
Well, yes, sometimes sometimes we have our lunch there. It's dinner, only dinner that we have to come back and have dinner.
In your statement, you have also mentioned that the medication was administered twice in each day. Is that correct?
Nung ila kumakang ro membe safero ro ya itandi ye fana bore mu ngonying lungolung sinya fulala me ka boro nyindi fotonya
wa doni akungata somanda.
Yes, sometimes when he says that we should report in the morning,
nim futara somanda inka domine janning suto insa domin ngasaina.
yes, when we arrive in the morning, we will be given some medicine and we will drink it. Then stay there until later on, we will be given another type or the same medicine later on. After drinking it for the second time, then we will go home.
How long were you program?
ito darta nying bore mi ngo program o nyingono fo wati jelu
Nga karfula kije sabanyangolan setana.
I spent 2 months there. In the 3rd month, I came home.
Madam Witness, did you feel that your condition improved whilst you were at the said alternative treatment program?
silang ite la mira loto ite kabri nyim boro ta e commencer ka ming fay la mira loto ite nyim boro nying ay goti la ba ila ko nying la jata kenda nying natana la faale ba
Anna jata kende aginle katum itabi banyamin anin fono manta saka kono bayo.
Well, I think it in fact made my condition very bad because HIV is a disease which you have, if you have it, to be vomiting and with a rolling stomach, those things make it worse.
Did you feel that your son's condition improved or worsened during the said program?
silang ila mira loto fanang ila udimma nying ala jata kenda nying fo ala jata kenda nying la fata la bang fo ala jata kenda nying jawyata la kotake kala
Nata sasa jele fambake fo ya lanije.
Well, in fact, he became so seriously sick that he had to be admitted.
Can you tell this commission about the admission of your son when he became sick?
silang ila dimma nying fo isa fo no ko bizongo e wato mena tataje fo asasa ta
Another sasa lunkilin suto je balo kandita fo.
It was one night that his temperature rose, his body became so warm.
Nata Dr. Mboku manding ngafa nga ina dinu basasarne.
Then I called Dr. Mbo's attention and told him that my child is very sick.
Nata dung ya jamme kambung kono ayafai.
He went into the room and informed Yaya Jammeh.
Ko wala samana.
He said, let's take the child to him.
Samayi anata fako ya samba dinu la tawo to ka dinu landi dami.
After he checked the child, he said, let's take the child to the children's wing at the hospital.
Can you tell this commission at which hospital?
At the Banjul hospital where they have the children's wing. When we took the child to that place at the hospital, they admitted the child there. We were there for 3 days to 4 days. Then we were discharged on the 5th day.
You may continue.
So when we went back, we were given medicine, we drank the medicine and came back to Kanifing. Then at that time, in my association, Alatentu, our board chairman was somebody called Peter. He is from UK.
Sorry, Madam Witness, before we get to that point, when you were admitted with your son at the RVTH in Banjul,
ala
balakando ika fiba sutro inata fanyo ko me malaria test fanankeleni nata je kuma malaria sotale yo borol biedinna.
After they checked the child because of his high temperature, they said fever, and they told me that also they will check him for malaria. And later on, they said he also has malaria, and these medications were given to me.
Thank you. Did your son at any time drink the herbal medication at the alternative treatment program?
Oh, what na na sort of jeto bang? What when the president of jarale program for eating money another name boro min jela bang?
Ala yaja mala boro aka minne.
Yes, he used to drink the medicine.
Of waka ne ner balti de.
But I have to keep on trying to make the child drink the medicine.
Because
after I got this child, the child never drank medicine, any local medicine.
Thank you. So apart from your son, were there any other patients who were so seriously ill at the program that they had to be transported to RVTH for treatment?
Silang, ninga borela indingola. Fomo kotandol soronda jeleba inimelu benyu program ko nyi ya jamela mbori min program ko men yalon ko fanan sasa ta jele fo inata na isa undike samba banko banjullo bitan baro ke jara bang
ante bori wala nyi ko ha punta ba wato min nante bi yewucho ko no man ken nyalaji.
No, when I was there that didn't happen in my presence, but after I left the place I had some people there.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I think this will be a convenient place to take the first break, and we'll come back after 30 minutes.
Thank you, Council. We will take a 30-minute break. I'll come back actually at 12:30. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.